What up, everybody? We back with another video, and it seems like it's some bad news for people who haven't got a Nintendo Switch 2 yet. Yes, bad news, man. It looks like they're projecting that, man, some people that haven't got a Nintendo Switch 2 after a certain amount of time may not get one until 2026, man. But, man, let's talk about it. Let's go to this article. All right, shout out to Game Rant. Analysts have bad news for those that haven't purchased the Switch 2 yet. Shouts to Matthew Scomer. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Availability of Nintendo Switch 2 consoles may be scarce until months into spring 2026. Let me make sure my mic is correct. Okay, got you. It is. Sorry about that. According to one major Japanese news publication, which bases its assessment off of two different financial analyses. Players around the globe have already been scrambling to get their hands on Nintendo Switch 2 since its release 1 month ago, and production and demand estimates showing that buying one may not get any easier until sometime next year. You know what's crazy? It's funny because I went to Walmart. Went to Walmart or whatever looking for Switch 2 stuff. And I seen a few Switch 2s in there, so they might be gone by now though, but I would say definitely get your hands on a Switch 2 as soon as possible, because they could be right. Because I think I went to Walmart and GameStop. I looking for a Switch 2 Pro controller. I ended up getting the Switch 2 Pro controller at Best Buy because I went to GameStop, and then GameStop, they was on lunch or whatnot till, I don't know, like 2 o'clock or something. But yeah though, man, definitely, if you're looking to get a Switch 2 pretty soon, man, definitely jump on that, because it's looking like after they run out of this batch, you're probably not going to be able to get one until 2026. And, you know, this might be one of those marketing tactics, one of those FOMO marketing tactics to get people to buy up, to buy, like as soon as possible, you know, which I've fallen for that before, you know. It could be a marketing tactic just to get people to buy a Switch 2 as soon as possible, which is going to work because people want one of these Switch 2s and it's a hot commodity. So, yeah. Alrighty, where were we at? All right, the Nintendo Switch 2 was released on June 5th, 2025, and its popularity on the gaming market could set new console sales records for Nintendo, if not the industry as a whole. So basically, it's looking like it's going to reset the whole market as far as how much games and stuff cost, which is crazy. Currently, the PlayStation 2 remains the best-selling console of all time, with more than 160 million units sold, and the handheld Nintendo DS sits in second place, exceeding 154 million units. Man, look, before we go forward, y'all don't understand how legendary the PlayStation 2 was, man. The PlayStation 2, in my opinion, is the best console ever made. Like, not even close or whatnot. It's just one of those, I feel like that's one of those generational consoles or whatnot that really changes the face of gaming. That's how I felt about the PlayStation 2. It just has so many games and stuff, whatever, and the quality too. But yeah, though, man, looking like Nintendo is breaking records, and I feel like they're gonna end up smashing PlayStation 2's record as far as game sales goes. But it all depends on how long they keep this price this high, you know, because if they push the price higher than $450, $500, whatever with the bundle, I don't know. They might not hit that. They might not hit the mark or whatnot to push boundaries and break records or whatever and surpass Nintendo DS and the PlayStation 2. So Nintendo definitely should keep in mind the times that we're in and the consumer and where they're going to spend their money, because eventually stuff is going to, the way the economy is and the way inflation is going up, people are going to start not buying stuff and they're going to prioritize their bills over video games. So just being real, man. So yeah, according to, Nikkei Asia, the scarcity of Switch 2 consoles in Japan is leading some retailers to offer a first come, first served format. See, this is what I seen whenever I went to Walmart and I seen a few Switch 2s. All right, while Nintendo online stores has been running multiple rounds of randomly selected lotteries to determine which of the millions of potential players who have entered will have the option to buy one, Nintendo president Shintaro Furukawa, hopefully I said that right, publicly apologized for Switch 2 shortages in the late June, which the Japanese publication states have been affected and largely partly by the unavailability of necessary semiconductors. Nintendo is trying to address its production issues, but estimates now show that Switch 2 consoles may not be readily available until spring 2026. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know. He could be telling the truth. I mean, saying basically the hardware and stuff or whatever, and the technology to make the Switch 2 is running scarce right now. That could be true because, I hate bringing up politics and as far as tariffs and the cost of making video games, coming from Japan or China, whatever, as far as video game goes, whatever. But yeah, that I feel like that goes across the whole industry as a whole, as companies and stuff getting their hardware and parts from overseas, and stuff is going to cost more and there's going to be a higher tax, especially with the way this country is going right now, man. At one point, I remember I went to the store and seen eggs, like a 12-pack of eggs for $6. So you already know where that's headed, and that's here in Texas. So if it's $6 here, imagine what eggs cost in a higher state like California, New York, Florida. I feel like we could be seeing the scarcity of those consoles and stuff though, because you never know, man. Who knows? They talking about 2026. When 2026 though? Early 2026, mid 2026, late 2026. Imagine if Nintendo basically is waiting to see when GTA 6 release date comes or whatnot, and then they see how much that game comes or whatever, and see how much it costs, and then it resets the market on how much games cost and stuff moving forward. Or they may be waiting to see what Xbox is doing. What Xbox doing with their next gen console that's going to eventually come out. So you never know. It could be a number of scenarios. All right, where are we at? Okay, this estimate is backed up by projected sales figures from two different industry analysts. See, Hideki Yasuda and Toyo Securities, and Zai Yiha and UBS Securities. Both the analysts predict that more than 6 million Switch 2s were sold worldwide in the month of June 2025. That is crazy. It's crazy how much the video game industry be making. Although the validity of those estimates won't be made clear until Nintendo releases the actual opening month sales numbers, which the company is expected to do on August 1st. Both analysts estimate that at least 18 million Switch 2 consoles will have been sold by the end of the current fiscal year, which Yasuda boosting that figure to 20 million. A slightly more conservative report on Switch 2 opening month sales, MST financial analyst David Gibson, which was announced earlier this week, predicts Nintendo sold 5.4 million units in June. That is crazy. By the time, more Nintendo Switch 2s are available, I feel like, man, them things probably going to sell when it comes available next year. If they're projecting what's going to happen this year, when it becomes available, again, next year, I feel like it's going to be well over 10 million units sold because people are going to want them. Or they might have some more readily by the holidays and, have like a holiday package bundle where maybe they have like a Donkey Kong Bonanza bundle or whatnot with Nintendo Switch 2. I feel like that'll sell a whole bunch of consoles for sure. For the holidays, it's like the perfect time, perfect storm, Oh yeah, and then if you want to read the rest of this article, it'll be inside my description. Shout out to Gamer Rant for the article. So my thoughts on the Switch 2 may not be available till 2026. I feel like that's typical. I feel like whenever a new console comes out, FOMO happens. People buy. I mean, I know I bought like day one. I bought day one whenever the Switch 2 came out. Pre-order mine early. In production already till 2026. So who knows what those reasons are? They're saying hardware issues, the cost or whatever, and they just don't have the parts whatever to make it. I wonder how long it takes to make a Switch 2. I just thought about that. So maybe that's the reason. And also it could just be a FOMO tactic, like I said, to get people to buy more consoles. So we don't know, whatever that reason is. So, but y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel. Have you gotten a Switch 2 yet? Do you think Nintendo or whatever is going to run out of consoles until 2026? Or do you think that they're just trying to scare people into buying the Switch 2, that's in stock right now, whether the consoles or whatnot, and get people into to basically fear buying, FOMO buying pretty much. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about the Switch 2. Have you got one yet? Have you not got one yet? Are you planning on getting one? Let me know in the comments. But you already know it's Dude-Man's Architect Mr. J with another video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, like, comment, share. Until next time, peace.